Welcome back to Phasmophobia, my beautiful, beautiful people. Today we are going to be doing some no evidence. Alright. We got a Ronald Brooks, which means it's not a Banshee or a Diane. Easy evidence elimination. Now, recently I have been getting a lot of ghosts that have been pretty easy. I've been getting a lot of, like, Roys. I've got, like, Revenants recently. I've been getting pretty simple ghosts to identify, but I've been getting some mares, and I can't stand getting mares. On the off chance that I do get the light switch ability, sure, but for the most part I don't get that. It just never feasibly happens for me. So I don't typically like getting mares. Mares are a pretty boring ghost for me to get, I would say. We're going to save a little sprint here, get in here, turn all the lights on, get to the island tile. Of course, hold out the crucifix in case we are dealing with maybe a wraith, a phantom, and oh my dear god. Well, okay. Okay, so from that, I gathered it was haunted from the kitchen. That's not a very good sign, I would say. I don't typically like the ghost room being in the kitchen because that's where I am. I want it to come from a distance to me, especially if it's a faster ghost, which this one, of course, not. So we can go ahead and roll off Thay, Rev, Moroi, Hantu, Dio. We can also, well, I think as of right now, that's all I can roll off. I'm pretty certain that's not twins. Like I was saying. Oh, can I get that? Can I get that? No, that's way too far. That's way too late. Okay, well, essentially, twins really seem to spawn on top of you. I'm sure you already know, but the twins, every time I get the twins, I'm pretty sure it's just their common ability. It's even, it says in like the description that they will start hunting from very weird locations, meaning like literally right on top of you. So I always walk in the building with a crucifix on me in case I am in the ghost room, which then it spawns on top of me, or I am dealing with said twins and it spawns on top of me, or maybe a wraith, a banshee, or a phantom that are all kind of on top of you either way. So I always kind of carry the crucifix into the building first. If it spawns anywhere close to me, I always have time to pull up the incense, so I always want to walk in with the crucifix. So it does appear that Ghost Room is in here, at least that I know of. I don't see any freezing breath, though. So either it changed Ghost Rooms, or I don't know what the thing with the freezing breath is recently. I don't know if it's just me, or I'm just bad at the game. But I've noticed a lot of the time that I can't seem to find the freezing breath in the ghost room for whatever reason. I'm unsure why. I don't know if that's just a problem, or I don't know. It's something that I've noticed recently. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what I think it is. Oh Lord. Oh, you were closer than I thought you would be, buddy. So you like completely ignored the crucifix there, dude. Well, you are a pretty normal ghost. That's not a Poltino Bake, Oni, or Phantom. I'm gonna save this. Maybe a yokai? Not a yokai? Okay. I think that's just line of sight speed right there. So I'll hesitate. I don't think that was a mare ability. It has to be like instant. Okay. So from holy, or that's just an event. Okay. I just about to start tweaking, dude. I mean, just start hunting right on the ground. Okay. So from that, I can tell it's I completely forgot what I said earlier. Not a phantom, not a polty. Jesus, dude. That's instantaneous. Yeah, that's not no Bake either. Really simple ghost, which I actually am not a big fan of. I don't like getting simple ghosts like this. I find while yes, they challenge you a little bit more to get correctly, a lot of these more simple ghosts have a really difficult ability to determine what they are. I mean, that obviously makes sense, but it wasn't Obake, an Oni, a Phantom. It's not a yokai. Might go grab another thing or two real fast. I might make the mistake of leaving my incense here, but I'm assuming if it hunts again, it'll be in the kitchen. I'm gonna grab some salt for a wraith test, which I don't think it is, but it also could be a good test for Gayu. Grab flashlight for Raju, and then I'm gonna also grab. What else should I grab? Maybe cannon for Onryo? Quite possibly. And then a little bit we'll smudge Ghost so we can see if maybe it's a demon or spirit. Put some salt here. I'm gonna move Cruci a little bit over here because it seems to really be ignoring that Cruci. We'll leave flashlight here too. I do not believe it's a Raju. Well, it's not a Onryo. That's for certain. So I guess we can just get a video of the candle blowing out if it doesn't spawn on top of me, which it might do. Which I might actually take some precautions. Oh, there's a light switch. I wasn't on. Okay. There we go. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Oh, that's really scared me. Oh, it's a wraith. Okay. Well, that's kind of a weird wraith. That is kind of a weird wraith, man. I didn't really expect that to be a wraith. Not really at all. I'm unsure. So the wraith God. And that right there is what gets me confused with Poltergeist a lot of the time. Yeah, I mean, that's Wraith. Didn't step in the salt. Which, for whatever reason, I know the guy you can do, too, to some extent. Check for Mimic. Go ahead and get that video, get some money. There's no orbs, so I say let's give it one more hunt. Actually, I'm lying. I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now. If for whatever reason yeah, that's definitely not a Gayu. For my knowledge, the Gayus have the weird thing in their aggressive mode where they can't really step in the salt. But he didn't step in the salt at all, and even if the Gayu is supposed to, it's supposed to be a little speedy after. The Gayus are a really strange ghost. They actually are a little bit different than I thought, but I believe it's because when they first came out, everyone had this, like, presumptuous explanation of what she did, and then I don't think that's exactly what because from my knowledge, completely normal ghost, nothing wrong with it until it stepped in salt, burns Cruci. Oh, but it did burn a Cruci. It didn't change speeds whatsoever. So, I completely forgot about that. That's not an idea. That's not an idea. That's a Wraith. Very weird Wraith. It didn't really seem to teleport to me. I mean, it could have. It very well could have. I don't know if that even was the ghost room. Either way, it didn't still salt. That's Wraith. Very nice. Gives us a bit of money, levels us up a little bit, and then we'll go again. And it is raining outside. It is raining outside. Grant Young. So again, we can rule off Banshee Dian, because Banshee Dian cannot be I messed it up. Cannot be a male ghost. Very, very important thing to remember, especially for no evidence runs. And, okay. I am about to be utterly, distraughtly banged over the kitchen counter at Tanglewood Drive in about 20 seconds. This is unbearable. This is unbearable. Unbearable, man. Good God. I told y'all last video that I get these all the time. I get blood moons all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why I get them all the time, but I do. And from my knowledge, they are very rare to get. I'll look it up right now. Okay. So, the chance of getting a blood moon in Phasmophobia is a 2 to 4% chance. And I get them all the time, by the way. Just so y'all know. Well, I am going to hope for a simple ghost here because I don't want to deal with a well, I guess not a normal ghost. I want to deal with a pretty identifiable ghost because I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with a very unrecognizable ghost on Blood Moon. Very slow. Rev. Hantu. Probably not Hantu. If it's hunting from Ghost Room, I wouldn't think that's Hantu. I think that's Dio. Or, Jesus Christ. Rev. Holy moly, man. Oh my God. No. Well, that was a Revenant. Ah, man. We'll sit around. I'll sit around when we're hunt. To it's just so scary. It's so scary. Rev. It's so scary. On Blood Man, dude. It's so scary. Well, that was not a mimic. That was a Rev. Borderline Rev. I don't get Revmans very often anymore. Well, I got what I wished for. I got a very simple ghost to identify. Maybe the most simple ghost in the game to identify. That's crazy. And I'm gonna get a good blood. I say that, but I'm gonna get maybe an extra 200 from a blood moon, if even that. It's 10% more. 240. Like, that doesn't do like anything. Whatever. I suppose, and an extra 500 on top of that. Well, there we go, I guess. Jesus Christ. I don't know what this is. Why is this on my screen right now? Dorothy Young. That's a girl ghost, so it can be Banshee Diane. Interesting. I don't know if I should bring camera in. I think maybe I should just bring photo camera in. I'm unsure. I usually bring video camera in so I can get a video of the ghost, maybe a video of the crucifix burning, and just there to have. But it always leads to me not getting any pictures. And I always have the bone that'll spawn. I feel like the bone always spawns in the kitchen, and like the majority of the games I got. So I usually go for I do usually go for video camera, but I'll go for a photo camera this time. Lights on. I don't know why I don't have Chrissy up. See what I mean? I just perfect example of what I mean. Bones right there. That's picked up, and the picture's taken. So that's a lot of extra cash right there. We'll keep the camera on me. scared me again. I can't wait to... Normal speed ghost. Normal speed ghost. That thing played at me very roughly. Unsure if that's a Pulte or not. I don't think it is. It's throwing things really strong, though. It is throwing things very strong, though. So we might have to reconsider my hypothesis right there. With everything back up there, I found recently that poltergeists have been like increasingly harder to identify. Or honestly, actually, I think it's the other way around. I think they're really easy to misidentify, because I feel like the majority of the ghosts are able to do similar well, yes, every ghost can throw things during a hunt. I feel as if a lot of these ghosts I encounter throw things at somewhat the same speed as... Whoa. Was that Jen? Okay, well now it's throwing things like a Pulte again. This is a confusing one. I'm not gonna cap on ya. It sped up for a split second there. Is that Jen? Possible Jen here. Well, we do have the breaker here. And I've heard that you can... Man, I'm thinking... Oh, I haven't even really crossed anything off yet. Well, I know for sure it's not a Thay, a Rev, a Dio, a Diane, a Hantu, a Moroi. It's definitely not... that could have been Raju, though. That could have been the Raju, because my camera out, possibly. Did I even get a picture of it? No, of course not. Well, yeah, I'm thinking Pulte, Jen, or Raju, which should be relatively as easy to get. I honestly, I'm thinking more on the Raju side. The ghost felt pretty close when it did the speed up, so I'm unsure if I would consider that a Jen. But we'll grab the flashlight and the EMF reader. Okay, so I've been told that you can hold up an EMF reader to the fuse box and it'll give you an EMF reading if it's a Jen. Does that actually work? Because I feel like I've tried that one time and it didn't work. I think. I don't think it worked the one time. I think it did, but after a little bit it went away. But it also happened, also did that test like during a ghost event nearby. The fuse box, since it was in the ghost room. So I'm unsure if maybe that's hasn't... Man! Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You are scary. You scared the hell out of me, man. This is just from the ghost event. I mean, like, I don't... Okay, well, we'll wait for the next hunt to come around. And then, you know. Well, I don't... That's not a Raju. No, it's doing a... Oh, wait. Is it? Okay, I'm getting confused. The footsteps are, like, really muffled. The footsteps are, like, really muffled. So, I'm still stuck in, like, man. I'm still stuck on, Okay, hold up. Maybe it was a Raju, and I didn't think it was, because it was constantly staying at the same speed. I mean, that was just because the EMF reader was nearby. Man. Okay. Yeah, this is, one of them weird ones you gotta deal with. I swear to God, man. One thing about Phasmophobia that is intriguing is, although you can get the same ghost over and over again, they may not act the same every game, for whatever reason. Can I try something real quick? Okay. I know what it is now. Yeah, that's a Jinn. That's a Jinn. That's a Jinn right there. Ran away to see if it would catch up to me really quickly, and it did. It really did. At least from my knowledge, it did. It sounded like it did. Jinn.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
No way. No way, man. No way. Mimic. That was a mimic. That's a pretty crazy mimic. It was so good at mimicking. Oh, man. That's crazy. So was it really okay. I think this is my biggest issue. Is I'll have many things that happen in the match that could point me otherwise to my final decision. My final decision, a lot of the times, could be deduced if I just remember something previous from the game. Like how it was really fast during one of those hunts, and I thought, okay, this is Raju. Ah, man. Yeah. Christ. Okay. So, I wonder if it was mimicking a Jinn sometime earlier, and that's what made me think it was, and then I just kind of pushed myself into believing it was. But, I mean, at the very end right there, I mean, that was like a Jinn. Was it mimicking a Jinn again? Because I ran away, it caught up really quick, made me, that's like exactly what I thought it was. That's a crazy mimic. I don't run into... This is, like, I think also the issue is I don't run into mimics very often, man. I really don't run into mimics very often. So when I do, I don't expect it. And I get it wrong. I very rarely get mimic right. I think I've only got mimic right 1 or 2 times. But it's really just because I don't get it. I really don't get mimic that very much. Man, that's crazy. Ah, man. Jesus Christ, a mimic. Ah, mimics always get me, man. They always get me. They always get me. And no evidence. I don't know why. The absolute one time that I don't bring in my video camera, it's a mimic. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Because I always bring in a video camera, not only to get videos of whatever, but to also check for ghost orbs whenever I get the chance. And the one time I don't, we get a mimic. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. It's crazy how this game works, bro. Mind-blowing. I mean... Bruh. Well. That's just insane. But I'm going to end the video right there, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video all the way to the end. It really means a lot to me. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye for now.